Hooligan Vibe, High Disc Golf Embark, and a Rock 3. Those are the only 3 discs you could really ever need. What's up, High Disc Golf? My name is Tyler Zinck. My PDGA number is 201906. And this is my in the bag video. I'm currently 926 rated. And I've been on the Sage team since its inception. One of the original 13. And this is what's in my bag, I guess. We'll start with putters. I'm putting with Lunar Wizards right now. I just got rid of my cash because I haven't been making any caches, so I had to switch to a Wizards. I have another Wizard. The Lunar blends are really soft. This is a 2S Wizard. This was actually the first disc I ever won in a tournament back in 2013. I got dead last in the tournament in the MJ2 division, but they still let me walk away with this nice Jumpman Wizard, and I love it. Whenever I need to putt with something that I want to feel a little stiffer. Got a glitch. Everyone needs a glitch in their bag. This thing is super useful, especially if you're an X-Ultimate player like me. This disc flies really similarly to like a stable Ultra Star almost. It's really fun to warm up with. It's probably my favorite thing to warm up with, just playing catch with it. Great disc. This one's from the Glitch World Championships. I played in the qualifier, did pretty good, but not good enough. Some more stable stuff. I have a James Conrad Glow R Pro Aviator. This thing just rides on a laser beam with a touch of finish. I can throw this thing as hard as I want and it's still gonna go dead straight. Zone, love my Zone. This one was dyed by me. I actually lost my favorite red Zone in some water. So I went and got a new one, and this one's been filling the bag pretty softly, or pretty nicely. I really enjoy throwing rollers with this disc. It's gonna sound weird, but one of my favorite shots is a forehand roller with a stable approach disc. I can control them very well, and it's also a good tool because I throw left-hand forehand flick rollers. So it's a good shot that goes to the right for me, being a right-hand backhand, left-hand forehand player. I've been messing with this Diamond Wizard a little bit as a stable throwing putter. I've been enjoying it. It's got really good glide to it. It flies for forever, and it's really stable, so that's really nice having the bag. This is my baby. This is a soft prototype high disc golf Embark. This thing I could put on a hyzer flip and it'll go dead straight. I could throw it dead straight if I'm powered down and it goes dead straight. One hole that comes to mind is hole 6 at McLean. I can just send this thing on a line and it holds that line. Now whether I hit that line or not, that's up to me. I usually don't. So, those are my putters. That goes on the putter pouch. I also have a mini. These nuts. Not much to say about that. Alright, let's go into the mid-ranges. I bag 6 mid-ranges. Starting off, we have the Hooligan Discs rope, the glow rope. This disc is great for turnovers, really long turnovers. If I need something to hyzer flip and keep riding to the right on a right-hand backhand, I'm going to this disc. If there's a tailwind and I need a laser beam disc, this is that disc. Let's see, I want to do this one. I just picked this up last weekend at Circle G, but this is a Color Glow Rock 3. I believe personally the best disc golf mold ever created is the Rock and the Rock family of molds. You know, the Rock 3, the Rock, the San Marino Rock, the Rancho Rock, the Rock X3. I believe that that whole family of discs is way better than anything you can get like a Buzz. Mostly because I don't throw Buzz as well. But this is a nice stable Rock 3. Still working it into the bag, but it's filling in a spot that I was looking for a while. I have a less stable Rock 3 Glow as well. This one's a little older. It is just a straight flyer in any wind. There's a headwind, I can put this on a bit of hyzer and I know that it's going to flip up to flat and just helicopter to where I want it to go. On tailwinds, I'll put this thing on a baby amount of hyzer and watch it just cruise and hold that left hand finish. This thing is my white Rock 3. This is my baby. It's got 2 aces on it. They were my first 2 aces ever. My first ace out in Madison, Wisconsin, Capitol Springs, hole 6. I was a solo round, sadly. And then I also got my first ace with witnesses, which just happened to be my second ace. It's hole 18 at McLean. That one was a really special ace for me. And of course, it's got the ace writing on the back, but I put it on the front because I had originally retired this disc. But then I realized it's silly to let ace discs just rot on the wall, so it went back in the bag, and it's still looking for that third ace, but man, this thing's a workhorse for me. I have a San Marino Rock. This is the disc that this disc is competing with, essentially, for the spot in the bag right now. I like this one because it's nice and domey. It's super glidey. I mean, this thing is just all dome. There's not a bit of parting line here. It's crazy. But I do love this disc for its glide and its stability. This thing is really stable for me. Got a Taco. The Taco is just a great stable mid-range. I know that if I throw this flat, it's not gonna ride over to the right at all. I don't really throw mid-ranges on forehands, so I actually throw my zone the most on a forehand probably. But this disc I can trust on a hyzer. If I need a shorter spike hyzer to get over something, I'll reach to this disc, the Taco. This one is pretty flat. Is virtually no dome at all, so this thing just cuts through wind like crazy. I love it. All right, now we're getting into some drivers. I don't really organize my bag by fairways and distance drivers, so this is just going to be a ramble. Here is a 2018 Sexton Firebird that I have beaten into the perfectly straight laser beam disc when I just rip on it almost as hard as I can. I love throwing this into headwinds on hyzer and watching it flip and seeing how much it goes straight before it eventually finishes. This disc is a workhorse. I also use it for tomahawks. I love throwing tomahawks. I actually just got a tomahawk ace over at hole 12 at McLean. Shout out Kraken Chains for the $615 for that one. Got the signatures on the back, prove it. That disc is mine. Next up, I have a Destroyer. Destroyer is just one of the go-to discs of any player's bag. This is kind of the disc that set the standard for a lot of distance drivers out there. My personal favorite run are these swirly 2020 20 Calvin runs. The Swirly Star it was the year before they did the Halo runs. But yeah, this thing is perfect. Next up, I have the high disc Wonderlust. This has been a disc that I use for tomahawks usually. It's a bit faster than my Firebird, so this disc will give me a little bit of extra distance, and I can always trust that it's going to pan slowly before diving, so I can get all that distance I need in a tomahawk. This is the one. Next up, I have a Halo Champ Destroyer. This thing is just my beefcake, or one of my beefcakes. This one's my glidey beefcake, I guess. It's pretty domey. Yeah, just a Halo Champ Destroyer. Nothing too special, just beefy headwind fighter. Here I have a Discmania PD2. This is a Skyrider, Simon Lazat's version. This thing is another one of those headwind fighter discs. If I'm looking for something that I want to skip, this is going to be the disc that I reach for. Either this or a Phoenix, but I'll get to that later. This disc is great for getting that extra bit of distance on maybe a forehand. If being a left-handed forehand player, it's nice being on the right side of the fairway because I just have to step out and throw a left-handed forehand. So if I need to reach for something stable, I know that this is in the bag and it will carve up any fairway I try to attack. This is the Hooligan Disc Vibe. This is the Primo plastic, and this one in particular weighs 158 grams. This one is my huge turnover disc. I can throw this on hyzer, on probably like 35 degrees of hyzer, and just watch it cruise over to the right. I love this thing. This thing got me through so many tight fairways out at the ranch a couple weeks ago. So this disc, huge MVP. This was actually a really big workhorse for me at Roy G this past weekend as well. So get you a Hooligan Vibe. I got another Vibe here. This one's a first run. The numbers on a Vibe are like 11, 5, neg 2, 2. This thing just flies like a laser beam. I could probably push this disc 475 if I get, the juice on it. This is, if I have a tailwind, I could put this, hang this one out flat and just watch it S-curve all the way up there, up that fairway. This one's got the team stamp on it. This one's been in my bag for a while. Go get you a Hooligan Vibe. Do yourself a favor. Hooligan Vibe, High Disc Golf Embark, and a Rock 3. Those are the only 3 discs you could really ever need. Unless you're me, then you also like to throw other discs. So here's a T-Bird. This is a disc that my brother got for me in those Innova mystery misprint boxes. So this is a 6 stamp, I think I've counted it right, Avery Jenkins Star T-Bird. This thing is super stable. This is the most stable 7-speed I have ever I don't really throw 7 speeds, so that's not saying much. But I do love a good T-Bird. I bagged a T-Bird for the majority of my early disc golf career. So having one T-Bird in the bag, it's always good. But having another, that's great too. This one is that new Proto Star Glow plastic that Innova came out with. This one is Philo Brathwaite's Tour Series. I love Philo. I love his game. I think he is one of the pillars in our community who, especially on the West Coast, but this is his tour series disc for the year, and this thing flies just the softest S curve you can imagine. It's so, I can throw this maybe 50% power flat, and I just watch it go, and then it, next time you look, it's already at 350 feet. So this thing is just money. Innova did it right with this one. Next up is this Nocturnal Phoenix. This Nocturnal Phoenix is very special to me because I got my first ever tournament ace with it. I aced hole 4 out at UC this year at the 21st annual Live Oak Summer Open. That was in round 1. And then 2 weeks later, I hit the same exact hole with the same disc for another $500. So yeah, this disc is a utility workhorse for me. I love throwing this one on tomahawks. This one is also a really slow panner, so I know that it's going to get all that distance I need if I get it on the right angle. Yeah, I would really hate to lose this disc because look at all those signatures. And last but not least, I have a newer Firebird. I don't know what year this is, 2020 something. Just your standard Sexton Firebird. It's pretty stable, it's pretty new. So this one fits nicely in between that really beat up Sexton Firebird and then that Phoenix. So I like to throw this one on just long hyzers and straight shots that I know I need to dump hard at the end. I currently rock with the Zinck Transit. It's a good cart. Can't say anything wrong about it. This is my hammock. I spend a lot of time in my hammock in between rounds, before rounds, after rounds. And yeah, that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed watching the In the Bag, and I'll catch y'all when the season's done. See y'all next time.